All right, news this week. Elon Musk's brain chip firm Neuralink lines up clinical trials in humans. He says it will enable someone with paralysis to use a smartphone faster with their mind than their thumbs. Kyle Rittenhouse seeks return of his AR-15 style rifle used in the Kenosha shootings. Mr. Rittenhouse wishes to ensure the firearm in question is properly destroyed. No chance that's true. And our Boston listeners, a Regina's Pizza employee was attacked over the weekend after telling a customer to put a mask on. When confronted, the customer said he was from the neighborhood and didn't need a mask. So
it was me.
North End. It was Dave.
Also, good news from around the world. The Taliban is in talks with Norway. All what we were waiting for. There's a crisis going on in Afghanistan right now. Everyone's starving to death. Norway says this does not legitimize the Taliban, although I don't know about that. Also, fentanyl overdose, death of a 13-year-old in Hartford, Connecticut. What? They want to put Narcan in schools, which is probably should.
Probably good idea.
A good idea. All that and more on the Naughty Doctors podcast today. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
R.I.P. Louis Anderson and Hail Satan.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Let's get it.
Dates?
Yeah.
We got a big announcement for the Naughty Doctors Comedy brand. We're moving the Naughty Doctors Comedy Showcase from Saturdays at 10 p.m. to Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Now it's going to be a free show, so no excuse not to come out. It's probably for the best, right?
Yeah. I mean, we already started this, so I'm gonna say it again that everyone in Southie just wants to do cocaine on the weekends and not watch comedy.
The 10 p.m. Southie crowd is not trying to see a comedy show.
So come out on
Thursday, start your weekend off, ease in, and come see a good show.
Yeah. And then I am that's February 3rd. I'm at the Comedy Scene January 28th, this Friday in Foxborough, Patriot Place. So come see that show.
Yeah, I'm at the Comedy Scene first weekend of February. And then I got some more stuff after that, but we'll get to that in a later episode.
Holy fucking shit. Dude, we're finally rolling.
I know.
This is fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Just took us 45 minutes to start.
Yeah. But
okay.
We got a great producer.
Yeah. Half an hour. It took half an hour, not 45 minutes.
Are you okay? Are you going to kill us?
He thought he was going to snap and
I'm
fucking
fine.
shoot
We're almost
us.
collateral damage. Put a fucking hole in the wall with that notebook.
Yeah. So, but we're off. We're good.
I would hate to see you on cocaine. Jesus.
Generally, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet today.
I know you for about 2 months. Not a lot of happy moments, but
there
hasn't been many of these moments.
I love it. I haven't seen you. I didn't know that was still capable of that.
It's still there.
The freak out.
Very briefly, though.
The freak out.
It's not a freak out.
yeah.
I get much worse than that. That wasn't even that bad.
Did you scream?
No.
You just stomp around.
Bitches scream.
You just fucking.
I growl.
You just choke animals. Probably.
I would never hurt an animal.
Kick puppies.
People maybe, but not animals.
No, you would never.
No, I would. Not animals, though.
Okay.
Have I ever hurt a person?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about this.
Anyways.
all right.
Okay, so what's going on? Hi, everyone.
Yeah, hey.
What's
How
up?
are you?
Welcome to the fucking Hail Satan podcast. Yeah, dude, how's your week?
Week was good. Good, dude. I will say we're in the dark. We're in the dark stages of the year here.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the holidays.
I'm feeling all right this week.
Yeah, I'm feeling good too. I'm the diet and sobriety is working out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said, you're looking good. Looking fit,
bro,
healthy.
I'm down 19 pounds.
Yeah, you look good.
Which is, I don't know if that's healthy.
I can't wait till you drop another 20 and the breathing gets better. On the
Just like, what? Welcome to the
out of breath, sitting still.
Cardio's got to catch up. But I'm dropping the weight. I'm feeling good.
Dude, you joined that gym too.
I joined
You're
that
gonna
gym.
get. What if you get jacked? You get huge.
I try to wrist ripped up, dude. We should do a summer. Dude, the goal should be to do like a July pod, pops topped, no shirts.
Okay.
Let's do that. We'll do a. Fucking,
We should also do like a. Do you have any like Hawaiian shirts? I want like a little cut. Let the chest hair out.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we'll do that. We'll cue it up.
Put some fucking.
Yeah, 20 more pounds. I'll do a reveal. I'll do a 6-month reveal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, hopefully I'm still gone at that point. Anything is possible.
You're just dead.
It's like, yeah,
you completely relapse. You're boozing harder than ever. You're up 80
I'm up
pounds.
350. I'm like, what's up, ass? I'm back.
Like one of those people that takes a before picture and then there's just the after picture is just worse.
It's weird. Dude, it's gonna go one of two ways. I'm either gonna fucking balloon to 400. Or I'm gonna go anorexic.
You can't. That'd be so crazy. You can't be anorexic.
No.
You know what's good about you though? You don't have
years.
any jokes about being like a bigger dude.
No, not really.
You have like one. You say like one. You have one thing where you're like, I'm bigger. I'm not confrontational. It's not even a joke. It's like
it's kind of like just an intro.
Setup, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not. It's not funny enough. Dude, because here's the thing, dude.
What if you start getting less funny?
You're not big enough to be funny big.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
There's a whole nother like group of comics that are like they can ride that wave because they're like, I walk on stage like, yeah, he's a big guy, but it's not like, it's not something like, I'm not fucking obese.
No. You're just like a big dude.
Yeah. So trim down a little bit. I got to start writing more jokes because
you gotta start writing like skinny jokes.
Skinny jokes. Yeah.
And then you can break them out when you lose some more weight. Just start.
Yeah, just become like the fitness comic.
Start doing inspirational talks.
Yeah, dude, I'll just transition to a motivational speaker, life coach.
Full pivot to life coach. You have fucking apple cider vinegar with you today.
Yeah.
That's the most
we got this
hardo thing I've ever seen in my life.
Got to drink some on the pod because I also look like a douche. Just got carrying around with
It's
me.
probably a good thing I don't have any beer today because I'd just end up getting drunk after one. It would just carry over from last night.
Yeah. Have you been cutting back?
I have been, yeah, for sure. But, every now and then. I did Nick's last night. It's like, what are you going to do? Not have
Yeah,
a
dude,
good
you're in
time?
the comedy environment. Yeah, you got to have a good time.
What are you going to not have some fun?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just that atmosphere. Dude, you did Nick's last night. I did Nick's on Friday. Dude, let me give you a little fucking insight into just how fucking stupid comedy is.
Okay.
Because Nick's on Friday, same set, it was like, it was up and down. It was fine. I wasn't feeling great after it. And then it was like, and then last night I did the comedy scene, same set, same amount of time, way better.
Yeah.
It was just like, I wanted to kill myself on Friday night. And then I'm like, I'm fucking going to quit comedy.
No, shut up.
And I was going to quit comedy.
There's no way it was one of those sets.
No, it wasn't one of them. It was better than that. But it was still just like, what the fuck? Like, it just wouldn't, it was just like, this should have gone better than that went.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, different venue, different crowd, same materials. I'm sure I was, delivering better, but like
it is weird how that
it's just like it's day to day. It's day to fucking day.
It's so weird, yeah.
Brutal.
I can't wait. I want to get to the point where like, I mean, this is way down the line where like headliners talk about like they're like we're so out of it, but they're still killing.
Yeah,
they're like killing without like even trying.
Yeah,
you
which is
mean?
like that's the goal. I mean, you still want to have a little bit. Hopefully, they're still.
Well, some of those dudes are just dead.
Yeah,
inside.
they just,
especially
like,
the scene. Some people that come through are like,
they're just
whoa,
like,
my
dude, I'm
God.
just here for the paycheck.
Yeah,
but they're still crushing.
Yeah.
So
that's the goal, to be dead inside and crush. Because right now I'm just dead inside.
I'm just dead inside, not crushing.
It is. So
you're not crushing consistently. So
yeah,
it's I don't know. We'll get there.
Nick's was up and down. I last night was fine. It was just kind of similar thing. I was just in my head. I work the door, so it's like you're just worrying about other shit and you can't worry about your set.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Like once again,
I
didn't know how much time I was doing until right before I went up. Like just little shit.
Dude, I was doing the door at the scene, and everyone comes. Like, there's always a group of people that come in late. So like, and I'm going up for. You bring up the host. The host does some time, and then he brings you right back up. So I bring up the host. He's doing his time, and people are still like filing in, and it's basically sold out. So I'm like, there's like a couple of twos. There's like groups of four and there's like groups of 4s and 6 rolling in. Tab's on stage for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I'm like trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, he's gonna call me up. I'm like, I'm still There's still checking people in, seating people.
Yeah.
And it's like Then you said the same thing. It's like you're working the doors, people coming in. You're worrying about your set. What am I gonna say? How much time am I doing? And it's like, I'm in my head. I'm like, I'm pulling chairs. I'm like making 2 seats into 4 seats for these people. I'm like,
Yeah.
Tab's gonna bring me up. I'm gonna have to run over there. It's fucking chaos.
Yeah, it's pure chaos. It's so hard.
It's so. But I guess it's a good. It's a decent skill to have to be like, all right, I don't need to be like in my notebook until the second I get called up.
Yeah.
Getting better at that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always chaos though, especially when you're just like the opener door
Yeah.
person.
I was talking to the security guard Sammy, and I mean he's fucking nuts. I love him.
Possibly the craziest guy I've ever
Maybe
met.
the craziest dude. This dude is like in his 60s. He's worked at Nick's Comedy Stop since he was 17. He's just like an old black dude. His hands are just fucking destroyed.
They're
from
like made,
boxing
they look
for
like
like a
fucking
million years.
plaster, dude.
It's insane. I mean, there's huge hands. They look like they're just like crumpled. It's crazy. But he's gonna hear this and beat the fuck out
I know
of
he's
me.
probably not a guy you want to be
No,
on his bad side. He'll fucking tune you up.
Yeah, he will. He played for BU football. He was telling
Dude, that's how old he is.
he's a
BU still
crazy-
had a football team.
Yeah, exactly. He was like saying they were playing Holy Cross in a game, and he was a wide receiver. He said he was fast as fuck, and I believe him too.
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure it was.
he was like fast, and he said he got fucking taken out at the knee, blown out career. He said like as he got tackled, he's like, I just saw all my money disappear.
The money, he think he's gonna go pro?
I don't know. That's what he was like. I don't know. I kind of don't. I don't know. There's so many people that are like, I could have gone pro.
I would have made it, man.
If
That
I
I didn't get injured,
Yeah,
man. It
yeah,
would have been
yeah.
different, man.
But he said like he was just after the injury. It wasn't the same. His knee was never the same.
Yeah,
Because it was
So-
back before
Yeah,
he had, like,
especially they couldn't
reconstruction,
fucking-
yeah.
you were done. ACL was the end of your
which is
career.
great. Now it's it's like
8 months.
8 months, 9 months, and you're back full
Yeah.
speed.
So
So he got. Oh, so he was telling me, I'm like, you must see some crazy shit here. Like over the years, I was trying to get some stories out of him. Which he did say some funny shit about. I was like what was it like? I heard it was like crazy, and he was saying some stories about like Sweeney and some of the guys like just like doing. They're just like there was like a room downstairs.
yeah,
I wish we lived,
back when
I
Knicks
wish-
was Knicks.
Yeah, I wish we lived. They would do 2 shows a night, packed. He's like, we would like bustle people in, bustle people out. He's like, all the comics would get there early. They get to the show early. There's a room downstairs that'd all play poker.
Yeah,
He's like, there'd be like wild shit going on down there. Just like, I mean,
back in like the 70s, 80s.
yeah,
whatever.
like, you can imagine what they were doing. Like girls, like all
Yeah, the
crazy
whole
shit.
nine. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, and so he's telling me some funny stories about that. He said, I was like, after that generation, like Dane Cook came through and like Burr, and he's like, yeah, he knows them. I was like, any like good story? He was saying that like, cause I was like, like I love Dane Cook. He was like the first comedian I started listening to when I was little. I used to like go to sleep, listen to his fucking albums, and he's like, yeah, he wasn't really well liked by a lot of people here, which I had heard that he had some problems.
Yeah, I heard
at
that too.
Knicks. So I was like, what was up with that? Were they just like jealous because he was like killing? He was like, yeah, he would kill a lot, but I guess a couple times he fucking flipped out on like people in the audience, but like not even while he was on stage, like before he even like got up, he would like just spaz on people. Like
audience members, but before
yeah,
the
like
show.
he was like he said like him and some chick got in like a fucking screaming match one time, and like Sammy had to like drag the girl out and everything.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so I guess he had a couple.
Imagine doing that now. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, when he was probably fucking on his way to headline a meet, like shortly after that. It was a different situation, but
Yeah.
like, imagine like me and you before the show starts, we're down the
Just-
pit, just like going at it with people.
screaming at everyone. I mean, they would never. Everyone's so like the comics are so. I mean, us included. Like, we're fucking crazier than most of these comics, and like, whatever. But everyone's so meek now.
Oh yeah, there's
You know what I
like
mean?
there's zero confrontation.
Yeah,
No one's like, dude, because it's such a chaotic move now. If
I
you're,
would
'cause you're
love-
that guy.
I would love that environment. I
Yeah,
want.
if everyone's just flying around like at like a 10, just like
Well, they were all coked up.
Yeah.
All those dudes, they're fucking coked up, hammered. They would like get on stage and just like, I forget. He was saying, I think his name's Kevin Knox. He was like, a
oh
Boston
yeah, I've
comic.
heard that.
Have you?
Yeah, he's like the dude. Like
Yeah, he
one,
said he
best
was
of the
one of the
best.
dudes. But
Yeah.
He said like Sweeney, him, and like one other dude he named were like just ran that place. But he said he would be on stage and he wouldn't say a word. He would just be dead silent and he would wait for someone in the audience to say something and then immediately
just go in on them.
go on them and like get them kicked out. It was just like his move.
Yeah, dude. All those guys were like Sweeney. They're like 6'5". They'll just like
They're
fight
monsters.
anybody. Like,
Yeah, Lenny Clark.
you could see how
Sweeney.
they were like running the show there.
Yeah,
it's like
just-
fuck, try me.
That's what
Fuck
he
with
said.
me.
He said like they would just like cause mayhem and just like fight people and everything.
Dude, that's back because that's back when Nick's was like a dedicated comedy club, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it always? Do you know if it was in that location?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where it was before
yeah.
they converted into a
Yeah.
club
And
or whatever.
Sammy's dad worked there. This dude's dad worked there and got him the job. So he's like
Damn,
been
dude.
there. Like he's literally his family's been there forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You can't sleep on him. He probably has so many fucking wild stories and like has seen so much shit and see people crushing. I almost wanted to ask him like, is it like upset to you? Like, does it upset you that it's like different now? Like, no, there's so many funny people that come through there, but like, it's not like crushers, like murder after murder like it was back then.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And that's like, like myself, like I'm not,
I mean,
it's like-
we're there.
yeah,
So
we're
it's
there.
like-
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
We're not.
No.
We're pretty early on. So,
yeah.
dude, he was telling me a story. Not a story, but he was like, I'm taking a vacation, and we're all like, oh, cool, man. He's like,
Oh,
where are you
yeah.
going? He's like, going to Alabama.
Which
is
he's
like,
from there.
Yeah,
His
I
family's-
figured that out
his
after. He's,
family's
like,
from there.
he's gonna go see family. I was like, that probably makes
That
sense.
checks out.
That checks out.
Imagine if he was just taking a vacay to Alabama, going to
Just
Mobile,
Mobile. Yeah, Montgomery.
Montgomery. Oh, that must be crazy,
Yeah.
dude. Do you know about like Huntsville, Alabama? You must.
I've heard of it. What?
I know it exists.
Yeah, I
Do you
know
know
it
like
exists.
what it's so in Huntsville, middle of Alabama, Huntsville. It's a literally like all German town. And did I say this on the last episode? I don't know.
No, I don't think you did.
I've never heard this.
It's a German town in Alabama. Like everyone there speaks German. The shops and shit are like all German shops. And it's because after World
I was
War,
gonna say this feels all Nazi.
dude, it is Nazi Central. It's because during Operation. Wow, we're getting deep already. Operation Paperclip. Anytime a white dude mentions Operation Paperclip,
Yeah, we're going down a rat
he's
hole.
probably on a fucking FBI watch list. No, but after World War II, they just like it was a race to like swallow up all the best Nazi scientists.
Yeah.
It was like the Russians were trying to get them, we were trying to get them, and so we took a bunch of Nazi scientists, we hid them all in the middle of Alabama, just in the middle of nowhere, and then they developed the space program. Like that's where NASA came out of, is like Huntsville, Alabama.
Damn, bro. That's
Yeah.
dark.
So they would ship them out to Cape Canaveral, and that's where like those dudes would work. But they're all like originally went to like Huntsville. It's like the Argentina
Dude,
of America.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they either went to Argentina or fucking Huntsville, Alabama. Do you think
Yeah.
those guys like in the early days they're walking around like, what if anyone's gonna recognize me from the paper?
Oh, dude,
the
yeah.
fucking that video where I was stringing someone up. Like, no, those aren't. They're scientists, but like,
No, they did I forget the dude's name. We can look this up. But
Mangala?
what's that?
Mangala?
No, not him. I know who you're talking about.
oh, Von Braun.
Von Braun. He was the
Yeah.
head of
Yeah,
NASA.
he's like the rocket dude. Like
He
he's
was
like
the
one of the
dude,
most. Now he's known as like even just in America, like America's fucking rocket king or whatever.
Yeah, he was a high Nazi.
Big
who
time
did
Nazi.
Fucked up shit.
And now he's getting all the credit for.
Experimenting on people. He's a war criminal.
Yeah, he's literally a war
Literally,
criminal.
like, we'll prosecute you as a war criminal unless you can build us a nuke.
Yeah,
Then we're
he's
gonna
probably got a couple plaques
pardon
on
you.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So funny.
But
All those dudes.
yeah, dude, I got a funny story from the scene last night. I got a couple funny stories, but
Oh wait, the reason why I brought up Sammy, I'll just say this real quick. This is just a funny thing. He said the night that you were there at Nick's, did some girl's fake tit pop?
not that I saw.
He goes, you can like barely understand him when he's talking. Like he said something about some girl came in, she had fucking fake tits, like fucking so nice, blah blah blah. It was like 3 degrees out. She just had her tits out, I guess. I don't know.
To be fair, that could have been any night in his last 20 years.
Yeah, true. He'll never forget a
He'll
pair of
never-
fake
yeah, I'll never
tits.
forget.
How could you?
Never forget.
So he said like halfway during the show, she just ran up to him like this, and like he was like, it was all out. It was all. I was like, her like tit came out. Like he said, he was like, I thought he was saying that a button on her shirt popped.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it was leaking. Her fake tit in the middle of a comedy show pop. It must have been like, maybe it froze. I don't know. Because it's so cold at Nick's.
Yeah,
the room is
fucking
20
freezing,
degrees.
dude. They don't
You're
turn
doing
the heat
comedy,
on.
you can fucking see your breath.
Probably have to pay extra to turn the heat on.
I asked last night. I'm doing deep digging, dude. I'm like, why is it so cold in there? And he said that they cover the vents with the bar. Like, I guess that bar, when they set it up, they put everything over the vents.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they're saving money on heat.
It's
or
probably
something.
because it's because of the club.
Yeah.
They probably don't want. I don't know. Whatever.
But yeah, he was like, yeah. So she came up and she was like asking for a towel, and I guess she must have like just got them or something, and like the stitches came open and it was like leaking out. I don't even know how it was leaking. I don't know if it was coming from her nipple.
I think that's how that works.
Imagine if you had a baby and your fucking baby was just sucking on straight silicone, dude.
Oh.
It just ends up default.
Bro, that's either like, I'm sure that happened. I'm sure. I don't think it happened. I don't know if it happened this week, dude. That could be a sweet fucking ad for Nick's.
Yeah. So
Laugh so hard your fucking fake tits pop.
Imagine you're murdering that hard. Some girl's like, oh shit.
Her fucking tit explodes.
They both
Dude,
just
that
bang.
is.
She just dies. Are there tits everywhere?
Yeah, dude, there's murdering and then there's that.
And then
Jesus
there's
Christ.
popping
And there's
tits.
tit popping.
Hail Satan, pop tits, dude. Wow, dude.
Merch.
Decent merch
Yeah,
idea.
we'll workshop it.
Yeah. What happened at the scene?
Dude, so at the scene, so there's this guy, before the show even started, they checked this guy in, and within 30 seconds of sitting down, he's already like outside smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
This guy smokes like 4 cigarettes before the show starts. I don't think he sat down the whole night. It's just one of those fucking weirdos. Like, why are you coming to a comedy show, man?
Yeah. They like are never happy where they are. They always want.
Yeah, they're always just walking around. And he goes, we can't, well, first of all, he goes, we can't smoke inside, right? I'm like,
What year is it, buddy?
no. He's like, well, dude, the guy in front of me's got a cigar. And I'm like, is it lit? He's like, yeah, it looks like he's about to fire it up. I'm like, so you trying to gaslight me into fucking letting you smoke inside?
There's no way.
I was like, there's no chance that guy's lighting a cigar.
He just has one of the butane
Yeah, he's
torches
just like fucking
middle of
sparking
the
up.
show.
Yeah.
You're like, how you guys feel about Uber? It's like,
Somebody have a butane torch? So I'm like, no, man, you can't smoke inside. So whatever. This guy.
did you go check out if there was a dude with a cigar?
No, I was like, I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping a fucking eye on it.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. But
Fire alarms just
yeah,
fucking going
it's
off.
like, what's that? So whatever. The show starts, and this guy's just walking around, and so I go on, and I come off, and I'm standing over on the side, and this guy goes out for another cigarette, and then he comes in. He's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Did you go to Pinkerton High School?"
No,
He's-
I'm
I'm
not.
like-
oh,
He's like, I'm like, no, I didn't. He goes, dude, you remind me of somebody. He's like, did you grow up in like Bedford, New Hampshire? I'm like, no, man.
colder.
No, yeah, I'm like,
Getting colder.
Getting colder. And so I'm like, nah, man. He's like, man, you really remind me of someone I went to high school with. And you know, this guy's like visibly like 50.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how old do you think I am?
You're like, how bad do I look?
I know. I'm 29.
Like, I'm sober. Imagine if you were.
I'm sober,
He's like,
29.
I think when you were boozing, he's like, I think you're a couple years
yeah,
older
I think
than
you're a
me in
senior
high
and I was a
school.
freshman. So I'm like, nah, man. He's like, all right, no worries. He's like, I'll think of it.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, buddy. So he goes outside, smokes on a cigarette, and then
He's just
thinking,
thinking.
and he comes back in, he comes up to me again. Just this guy paid for a show,
Yeah.
and he's like, he's over talking to me the whole time, and he comes back and he's like, dude, I figured it out. He's like, I don't want to be one of those,
Like, you know Louis Anderson?
bro. I'm gonna pull up a picture here.
Okay.
With my phone. And Matt, I sent this to you. Somehow work it into the thing. But he goes, you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Don't tell me he said you look like Hodor. He's just like, you look like Bran.
Bro.
The kid in the wheelchair.
Yo, don't show you. Oh, fuck.
You do
he pulls up that picture.
What's that idiot's name? Holy
It's
shit.
Sam.
I love him. He's the man.
He goes, you look like this guy. I'm like, I wanted to fucking knock him out, dude. I was like, dude.
Oh my god, you do kind of like you don't, but you do enough.
I was just
Big,
like,
pale head,
bro.
He's
But
the
it's
man.
like, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
He's the most honorable character in the whole. What's his? Do you know? Did you watch?
I didn't
Thrones?
watch it.
Apparently, his name's Sam.
Sam.
Something.
What's her? Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's probably going nuts right now, but because I can't think. I'm so bad with character names. He's the man though. He goes and like works in a library, like to like learn, like study the art of like just like he's essentially like the Game of Thrones version of like a monk.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's the man.
So I'm
He has
like,
a wife who's wicked hot too.
well,
in
I
real
don't think he was like, hey, you're this guy. You remind me of this character. This guy's
Yeah,
life. I
yeah.
think he's like, you look like this
Yeah, you
guy.
look like him. Which
And
is
I was like,
hilarious.
I could see it, but dude,
It's
that's
funny
a
that he
crazy
start-
picture.
It's funny.
I'm like, I almost fucking passed out, dude. I was like,
Did he pull? He pulled it up.
oh, he pulled it up. He's like,
Dude, that's so fucking funny that he started off thinking he went to high school
Yeah, I
with
know.
him, and then ended up at Game of
at
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
He's not wrong. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like way off. It's not that far off.
I was like, come on, this guy.
You should grow out a neck. You should grow a sick neck beard
Yeah,
and wear a
Dude,
fucking robe.
and he continues. He's like, and I don't want to be that guy, but like, you could work that into your act.
Oh,
I was like,
I hate those people.
but
I hate those people.
I know.
Every time you meet someone new and you're just like, they're just like, is this gonna end up in your act? I was like, no, you're not funny.
It's
or
not funny
interesting.
enough. Yeah.
Also, this is just not how it works.
So that was one thing that was funny, and and then I got another one when I was leaving.
I feel like, this is. Wait, pause real quick. Some girl told me last night, fuck this girl. Also, pull up a picture of Anne Frank. She said I look like
Come
Anne
on,
Frank.
come on. How is
I
that
was like,
possible?
Dude, she's kind of right. I kind of do. I also kind of look like Joe DiMaggio.
I can see that.
Don't I kind of look like Anne Frank a little?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, dude. If you gave her a fucking buzz cut.
If you just chopped off the side hair, like it just literally same hair on
Yeah,
top.
I can see it.
I kind of look like her.
Anne
And I
Frank-
was so pissed at this fucking girl because I was like, you're right.
Yeah, well, dude,
Anne
that's-
Frank, the anniversary of her, dude. I swear to God, before this girl even told me this, the anniversary of Anne Frank's death was like,
Your birthday?
no, it was a few days ago.
Are
It was-
you Anne Frank
I
reincarnated?
am Anne Frank. She escaped and she is me.
Should we hide Dave under the couch?
Her picture came up and I looked at her picture and I was like, oh, I don't like looking at this. It gave me like a weird. I don't like, and it's because I look like her.
Yeah, well, dude, that's the same thing. It's like I was pissed at that guy. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then you pull up the picture and you're like, "Fuck, I could see it." That's funny. You,
I never get good lookalikes either. Like like people are never like, you look like this person. It's ever remotely.
yeah, you look like fucking Brad Pitt. Like, no,
Yeah.
you look like Anne Frank and the fucking
Who was Anne
troll
Frank?
from Game of Thrones.
Pull up Joe DiMaggio. He looks a lot like my grandfather, but he also looks like me. But very much like my grandfather. And he banged Marilyn Monroe, so I'll take this as a compliment.
Gotta take that.
But
Also great at baseball.
it's DI. Longest hitting streak. I think he still has a hitting streak record. 56 games. Doesn't that kind of like a little? Maybe not that one, not as much.
Yeah,
that one
does.
That one does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like
You look like,
Joe DiMaggio and Anne Frank.
yeah, if they fucked, that'd be you.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Hey, is what it is. That's
anyways,
funny.
so what else? What else happened?
So yeah, so my girlfriend came with me, and
Sick.
yeah, sick. She hadn't
Whack.
seen that act before.
Nothing worse than
Nothing worse. She's
like I guarantee you Jay's listening. It's nothing worse than like at Bell in Hand this week, Bianca came
yeah.
and like I could just see her sitting in the car and I know she's heard my joke. So I'm like, it was kind of in my head. I was like, if there's like one person in the room that's not a comic that has heard my jokes, I'm in my
That's
head
what
the
you're
whole time.
focusing on.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
just
like,
like this
fuck,
person.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. So, yeah, my girlfriend comes and
Has she come to the scene before?
yeah, she's been there.
So she knows.
She knows the deal. This was actually a good show. She's been to a fucking bad show. I'm surprised she came back. But so the show ends and she's like, I'm gonna go. I gotta hang out for like 15, 20 minutes, like clean up, say bye, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I'm gonna go sit in the car. And
wow, power move.
So I was like, nope, that's probably the best spot for you. So I clean up, I say bye to everybody, and I go give the security badge back to the scene. And I'm walking back out, and there's this group of people that were at the show, and they stayed, I guess, a little bit longer. So like we like cross paths
Up front. Yeah.
and they're like, oh hey man, good show. I'm just like, oh cool, you guys come here, just whatever, general after show small talk. So we're walking through the parking lot, and my girlfriend had moved the car into like the first handicap spot.
Yeah.
So I'm like saying,
sick move.
yeah, I know. But dude, I'm like all these. I'm like walking with these. I'm walking with these people. I'm like, all right, have a good night, guys. And they see me just fucking get into the fucking car in a handicap spot. I was like, they must think I'm a fucking jerk off.
That's pretty funny.
That was funny.
Oh my god, that is pretty funny. I was thinking this week about this is the video I sent to Maddie. We might as well get to it already, because a video of you resurfaced in the group chat. I don't know if you remember the one that Breen sent.
Oh, it fucking entertained.
Dude, we have to play this.
Fucking pull it up.
I was gonna ask you about your worst bomb, and then I realized we have a video of it potentially.
I mean, it's an open mic, which is 10 times worse. This is
but people are like, you can't bomb at an open mic. It's like,
oh yeah, you can.
You have to first just set up this video, like set up the whole scene.
Yeah.
Here.
So first of all, this is old R.I.P. Antane. This mic doesn't exist anymore. One of the best, like grimy dive bar mics you could ever do, and it was always like
it's like next to Coogan's.
Next to Coogan's, there was like on like a normal night, it was just a bunch of drunk. This is on a Monday night at like 10 o'clock. A bunch of drunks. Just hanging out, like a bunch of regulars.
Dirt bags.
Like all they're all fucking.
I've never been in a bar where, like, that's like you get this feeling in biker bars too. It's like it felt dangerous being in there.
Yeah, because dude, the people in there, they will fuck. They don't give a shit. They got nothing to lose.
Yeah, there's like they're like. Remember the time they were like fucking? There's like pills all over the floor.
Oh yeah, dude. They're in and out. Dude, drug deals open in the fucking bathroom, in and out of the bathroom, doing coke, fucking out buying pills. So it's just one of those kind of places. And that was on a normal night. This night, there was like, and Big D was hosting. If you know Big D, just fucking absolutely hilarious black dude. Just got that energy.
Yeah.
Impossible to follow, especially for me at this point. Jesus Christ. So so Big D hosting, and there happens to be
probably like a year and a half in or something.
Yeah, if that. And then there's like a big group of black people over there, and it's like, so Big D is just up there fucking murdering, just hosting an open mic, and obviously they're all
eating it up.
They're all eating it up. They're like, this is our scene, this and that, and then I go up there. He's like, I forget what the fuck he said. He brought me up. He's like, now for the white portion of the show or something, something like that, and he brings me up, and I immediately start getting fucking like. They're all like the show becomes the crowd becomes the performance. Yeah. At that point, and
did you even get like a joke out?
At the end I tried to get a joke out,
but at the beginning,
they wouldn't let me speak. They wouldn't.
Which is funny. You have the microphone.
I have the microphone. I've just been introduced as like the guy you should listen to.
Yeah.
In the back of the room is just they're looking at me like fucking just yelling shit. They won't let me get a word in. And it's so fucking funny that I'm just like, I start like being an audience member to them.
It's funny because half this video you're just being silent.
I know. I'm just like,
it's crazy. It's crazy. They fucking destroyed you.
It was. I'm not gonna say. It was so much fun. Like it was so funny and so fun. Like it was like a good experience. But like this is like textbook. You get why people fucking quit comedy.
Yes. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, go. You're just not talking.
You're just laughing at me, dude. Trying to do material.
She said, "Shut up."
Shut up.
Right as
All right. Like I was saying.
they're laughing at
They're
me.
laughing at me.
I'll end on this. A lot of people adopting dogs. Which I think is great.
I try to go into like real material.
It's over. Like,
Bro, the best part of this is like after this video, like as the after the video cuts off, dude, someone in that crowd starts murdering making fun of me so hard.
yeah, this is the funniest.
This is the funniest thing ever.
fucking thing I've ever heard.
Dude, there's someone fucking roasts me, and there's a guy in the crowd in the
Do
back.
you remember what they said?
I don't remember what they said. I wish I did. I could, if I knew this was coming up, I would have thought about it. But I can't remember. But dude, someone fucking gets one last good roast in on me. Dude, there's a guy in the back in that group. He's got a prosthetic leg on. He fucking pulls off the leg. The woman that fucking roasted me murdered so hard. The guy pulls off his prosthetic leg and fucking hops out of antenna, dude. It was.
I wish that was on video.
I know.
I would pay $1,000
That dude.
to have that on video. If you could put that on, if you had that on video and put that online, that would be the most viral. You would end up on Joe Rogan. He would bring you on, just be like, "You're the guy."
Dude, that was funnier than anything I've ever said. That was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen at a comedy show, and
you
an
were the
open
dude on
mic, dude.
stage, yeah.
And I was on stage, and I'm just like dead inside, and I'm watching this guy's. Dude, it happened like in slow motion. I'm like,
Well, he had one leg. So.
yeah, he pulls off his prosthetic leg, holds it up like over his shoulder, like he's got a fucking
Lombardi
RPG.
trophy.
Yeah, he's like holding up a trophy. And he's just like, this one's for the crowd. And he fucking hops out of and all like fucking. It took him like 19 hops to get out. Right straight out the door.
I didn't know the part that he left the bar.
Oh, he fucking right out the door, dude. And it was
He got hit by a car outside.
yeah, he probably lost his other leg on the way out. And I was just it was so fucking like defeating, but at the same time I was like, I can't believe that this is so fucking funny.
Didn't that like later that week, like the next show you did or something? Didn't someone yell out, "You suck"? I remember you had two bad incidents in like a short period of time.
That was years ago. That was like probably that was like probably 2 years ago. I was at Bell in Hand. Yeah, I was at Bell in Hand, and
it happened at Bell.
yeah,
This wasn't even that long ago then.
no, this was recent.
I didn't know that.
And I went up there. This is the first time, maybe this is the first or second time I did that show, and I don't know. I think I was having a good week. I was like feeling myself. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try some of this new shit.
Yeah.
So I opened with like basically saying like fuck drug addicts or something. Like,
yeah.
Terrible
We
move.
need to gas them.
Immediately, everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
Like
That's not the crowd.
that was not the crowd for that. Lost the fucking crowd. Stumbled through the next like 6 or 7 minutes. A couple of laughs, mostly just bombing. And so I'm like, all right, let's give it back to Andrew Dove up, everybody. You guys have been great.
Yeah.
You guys haven't been great.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been great. So whatever. I'm getting off stage, and like there's this couple sitting at the table in the front, and she just goes like, she turns to her husband and goes, "That guy sucked."
Oh my god.
It's like, whew.
Oh.
Which is like,
it would be less worse if she just said it to you, but to overhear her.
yeah,
saying
she's
it
like,
was
it was so bad. I don't even want to make him feel bad. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tell you. But dude, I know I sucked. You not laughing tells me I fucking sucked.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, but just to fucking make it real, it's just like it's just like adds like level 10. But dude, I'll tell you what you're thinking of the like 2 incidents in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I was at
You had a streak. I thought you were gonna kill yourself.
bro. It was
You were down bad.
I was down bad. And dude, that's what we were saying. That's a comedy's fucking day to day, man. Like I went into that Bell being like, I'm on a fucking hot streak right now, and then just got fucking
taken
chopped in half. Dude. So then later that week, I think that was on Tuesday. Like on Thursday, I was at the Comedy Studio, and I did their show, which was like that went well.
Yeah.
And then I did the mic, and after it, which obviously
nice.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's a big difference between the mic and the show, but
for
still,
sure.
whatever. So, but a lot of people from the show stayed for the mic.
Right.
So, like, I did.
Oh, so they saw.
So I did good at the show, and then because I was on the show, I got to go up like pretty early at the mic.
Yeah.
So like, I went up I went up, and then this couple that was sitting in the front, near the front, her boyfriend goes to the bathroom. I go up and just do mic material.
Yeah.
To dead silence.
Yeah.
Complete silence.
After you just did well.
After I just did well.
Oh, he's actually sucks.
Yeah, he actually blows. And so I get up early and then I go to leave, and like so she left shortly after as well. She meets her boyfriend coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then me and Jay are walking up the stairs, and they come around. Like, so me and Jay are walking up the stairs. This couple's like comes following shortly after.
So they're like behind you a little.
Yeah, they're and her boyfriend goes like, he was like, "Oh, how'd he do? Second time?" And she goes, "Nah, you didn't miss anything." he's like, he was better the first show. It's like, because dude, it's not even like.
I mean, they're not wrong. It's just
dude, they're not wrong, and I don't even give a shit. It's like, I know the difference between a show set and a mic. It's new material,
They
but
don't
it's like,
know.
dude, but in their mind, it's like, it's the same thing,
right.
So
right.
they just came away I should have left while I was ahead. They should have left while I was ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they stayed for the other shit, and then like their lasting impression of me is like, oh, this kid fucking.
Dude, that happens so many times. Like, you got to know when to like not ruin your momentum. For
I know.
Like, you literally said the other week, like you like were having a good week, and then you did like the jungle or something on Thursday.
Yeah, I did
You're like, I'm
democracy.
gonna get,
yeah,
okay, yeah, democracy. Yeah, you're like, I'm
myself.
gonna get one more mic in before the show, and then you just fuck up your momentum.
Yeah,
It's a really like takes time to like figure out like, okay, like it's not worth doing this mic because it's just gonna
fuck me. Yeah, you gotta cut your losses.
That's so funny, dude.
So, but I don't know that shit. It's easy to get over that shit now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, still
Easier.
Easier, yeah. I still get in my car and fucking scream.
Yeah.
I just grip the steering wheel and fucking yell.
Yeah, but
the only time all my bad sets are always I'm having. Well, there's always bombing, but like incidents like that where it's like, oh, cringy. It's always like I like turn on it. I'm like too mean to a crowd. Like fucking down in Austin when I started yelling.
Oh, dude,
yelling at that
was
fat lady.
I walked a couple people.
Oh yeah, that was. I still like have. Dude, I've had two of my worst bombs ever in my life, or just like incidents, have been in Austin. It was that, and then Kill Tony, which is like fucking
higher stakes on Kill Tony.
way
too.
higher stakes. Yeah, I was on. I don't know if you've ever seen Have you ever seen Kill Tony or heard of it?
No.
It's Tony Hinchcliffe. He's a comedian. He has a podcast. It's a live podcast where they do it in like the Vulcan. It's like this like nice like basically theater, big show, and the premise of the show is they pick names out of a hat, and they have comics come up and you do 1 minute of material, and then they interview you after. And it's a huge podcast. It gets like 150,000 fucking views an episode.
Dude, let's start just how difficult 1 minute of comedy is. By the way, just in that environment.
I'm
like,
not gonna say impossible because
it's not impossible, but like 1 minute it's a real like.
Especially, I'm not like a one-liner guy. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Like 1 minute, if you're gonna do a minute, it needs to be like tight, like
Yeah.
fill the 60 seconds and get the punchline and then
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
Yeah.
They're very difficult.
Yeah. But everyone down there in Austin's like a huge fan of this. Like they live for this show. They think they're gonna get on this show and like it's gonna make their career, which it has for some people. But
It's
not,
happened, but
people bank everything in
Yeah.
Austin on like this on Kill Tony. So like, you know, I don't watch the fucking podcast. I'm not like a fan of it. All these people are just so prepared. I put my name in the hat. There's hundreds of comics there. I'm like, it ain't happening. Fucking like third name that gets pulled is mine. I'm like instantly like, oh shit.
fuck, didn't think this was actually gonna happen.
I had like 1 minute, the 1 minute that I wanted to do. I had nothing prepared for the interview. Like, and that was a difference maker. Like,
dude, and the interview on that show was more important than the minute.
Yes. And I had fucking nothing. And I like, oh god, it was just fucking chaos. I was like walking towards the stage, and I was fine. Like I had like a moment of panic. They called my name. I had a hat on. I took it off and gave it to Mason. Like this is how in my own
Which you would
head,
never do.
I would never take my hat off before I go on stage. I was just like fucking so like out of it. I took my hat off and gave it to Mason. I start walking around the back towards the stage, and immediately, all of a sudden, there's a cameraman in my face with like a huge real camera, big light on it, and he's following me. It's like a UFC walk up.
Yeah.
And as soon as that hit me, I was like, oh no.
This is real. This is
real.
fucking
So
happening.
I got up there. There's no intro. You literally just grab the mic and you start your minute. And I started it and I missed. There's like a key. It's like that blue collar thing.
Yeah.
I have to say blue collar for the end of it to work.
Right.
And I didn't. I didn't start the joke right. The introed fucked it. I stumbled through the first 10 seconds. Didn't say the key word that I needed to say to make the joke work. Did it. I like half saved it. It was fine. My minute was fine. And then the interview, I was just in a literal, like, it felt like a dream. I was just...
Yeah, because you're still stuck in like, how was the minute?
It's
how did the
literally
crowd react? Was that good?
was like being in this room right now, just sitting on a couch chilling, and then all of a sudden you're on stage in front of hundreds of people, like in an instant.
Dude, and hundreds of people, but that's going on the Killatony YouTube page, which is like
I can't even.
Wild exposure.
Dude. So anyways, the fucking interview sucked. And I like... I tried. Tony Hinchcliffe is like a roast master, dude. He like always roasts people.
Yeah, he's like big.
So my interview was like ending, and I was like, I gotta make an impact. I gotta do something.
Yeah.
I just tried half-ass roasting him, and he's like, what? He's like, you hear that? That's the sound of bombing. And I was like,
God.
He's such a fucking dick. But I sucked. And then whatever. And so I got off stage. Nat gets called like immediately next. And I'm so in my head, like I'm like sweating. I've never had a panic attack before in my life. I didn't even know what it felt like. I start like feeling this fucking feeling. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I got to get out of here. I told Mason, I'm like, I'm going to bounce. I got to get some air.
Yeah.
I walked up 6th Street. I just sat on like a curb, and I was just having a full-blown panic attack. I had to go to a show after that. I had some time. I was having a full-blown panic. I was like shaking.
Yeah.
I go into some empty bar on 6th Street. Just the bartender and me, and she's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "Not good,
Not good, man.
I'm not good.
Not good."
I had 3 Jameson Gingers, got drunk, and then did another show and fucking ate absolute dick on that show.
Comedy will do it to you, man.
It was the craziest fucking experience ever. It sucked. It sucked so bad.
So were you just so in your own head on the second show? Were you just like, I can't fucking believe that just happened?
I just got. I knew going into it, I was like, it's impossible for me to do well, which that mindset is going to make you not do well.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally just got off the worst comedy moment. I was thinking recently, like, that'll probably be as bad as it maybe ever get. I mean, knock on wood, but like, it may never get that bad ever again.
Yeah. And now that it's happened, I don't know. Every time you go through something like that, you're kind of like, all right, you get a little bit more used to it. And you're like, I can shake it off a little bit better. But like, on that stage, that moment, and like if you weren't feeling good about that, that was your shot for at least the rest of that day.
So then, like a couple weeks later, the episode, I see that they're gonna post the episode that night at like whatever, say it was like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and they like premiered on YouTube. And so I like click on it, and there's like, it's before it starts. There's like 500 people watching like this like live premiere.
People tune in.
People are obsessed with this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is a crazy experience to see myself be ripped apart live in YouTube comments, like in real time.
Oh, you watched it? You watched the comments live?
Dude, I shouldn't have.
Oh my God.
It was like 2 weeks later, so I was like kind of over it at that point, or so I thought.
Yeah.
I was pretty over it. But dude, it was like my first minute went by, the comments were fine. And then it was just the interview started. It was just
no.
This kid's fucking annoying. This kid's fucking this, that, like, fuck, like, dude, it was so, this kid's boring. Oh, I was like,
boring?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, just call me unfunny. Don't call me boring.
Dude, it was crazy. But they do that. I mean, that's like kind of the point of the show, is to like, they literally bring shitty people back on the show on purpose to like, just to rip them apart.
Yeah.
It's like part of what it is. But holy shit, I got destroyed live. I got destroyed in the YouTube comments. It was the craziest fucking thing. I did not sleep that night. I did not sleep.
Bet you didn't, dude. I'm afraid this podcast is gonna gain traction. We're gonna start getting fucking YouTube comments. I'm afraid for that shit.
No, we don't have to worry about that.
No, we're not gonna worry about that. I can't even imagine.
But that, I wouldn't care about that, because that's like, this is so douchey. That's like that. But that would be like fans that are like, like fucking with you or whatever. But like, which is what I don't care. This was like just random other open micers around the country that watched this show that were like just tearing me apart.
That's brutal, man.
That was the worst fucking moment of my life.
But whatever.
That was fucking terrible. What do we have for time, Maddie? I'm exhausted reliving that.
About 50 minutes.
Oh God. Well, we can get into some fucking
let's get into some news.
Some news stories. You got any? What one stood out that you had?
I think Rittenhouse.
The Rittenhouse is
The
a good one,
Rittenhouse
yeah.
is funny
Yeah.
because that's like so. Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse is like filing motions in court to get the
He's a
gun
hero.
back. Yeah,
It wasn't his gun. Though,
certified hero. No, it wasn't. That's part of the story. His lawyer acknowledges that someone else bought the gun because he was 17. He couldn't buy or own a gun or possess a gun.
Yeah.
But part of the motion is like they want to assign him ownership of the gun, and for the reasoning being Kyle Rittenhouse wants to make sure it's properly destroyed, which that thing's going up on a fucking in a picture in a fucking frame on his
in
mantle,
his house.
dude.
Yeah, you're
there's no
so right.
chance he gets hold of that thing, dude. He's gonna be, dude. He could
He'll
hold.
be
He could like
counting.
sell out fucking clubs. He could sell out theaters with that thing, dude. That's exactly.
Just brings out the gun.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the one.
This is the one, dude. That thing's gonna be. He's gonna destroy that, dude. That thing's that. You know what that would go for at auction?
I mean,
Some like black market. Like this is the fucking Kenosha rifle.
I mean, that would sell for literally probably like $3 million. Like it would be absurd. He probably will mint an NFT of him just.
Yeah, fuck.
shooting
That's
the
exactly
kid.
what he's gonna do,
He's-
dude. He's this guy. Like, if you were in that situation,
End it.
end it, dude.
End
He
it.
He went through. It was probably the biggest trial of the year, maybe.
Definitely.
Biggest trial of the year.
I can't
And
think of
this kid got fucking dragged. He's a worldwide name,
Yeah.
and he got acquitted. And instead of
Barely
just
got out.
barely got off, dude, all the shit he went through, he's not no consequences, but like more. He doesn't have to go to prison.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do any of that shit. Like, bro, just go fucking sit in your basement for a while, dude. He immediately launched a podcast tour.
Oh, yeah, it was on every news network.
He's on every news. He's like on Tucker Carlson. He's on fucking all over Fox News giving interviews. It's like,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, I guess you kind of to do that in the first place, you have to be kind of fucked up and brain dead, just to, like go shoot people.
Yeah, yeah.
But or like I'm gonna go.
Just to be in that situation, like what
yeah,
are you doing?
I'm gonna go protect my friend's car dealership.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, man. So he's off the reservation, but like, bro, just
yeah, and he was like, he immediately was on all that shit. He was talking about like getting pussy and like fucking girls. It's just like,
yeah, he's like
dude,
getting with milfs. And
dude, yeah. He's like, yeah. They asked him about like being a virgin. He's like, not after this thing. Like, well, I was just like, all right, dude,
Come on.
you're getting serial. You're getting murder pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
vigilante box.
Yeah. Girl, that vigilante vag. It's just like, come on, dude. Lay low for a little. Like, Gillis talks about, I mean, when he was on Rogan, he talked about this, like, after he got canceled from SNL, all, like, the right-wing media, like, news sources were all hitting him up, trying to be like, you're on our team now.
Yeah.
And he smartly was like, no, like, I still don't fuck, like, I don't fuck with the left because they just canceled me.
Yeah, but like,
But I also don't fuck
I'm
with
not going with you guys.
Doesn't mean I'm on your team.
Right,
now.
right.
Yeah. So he was just like, no, I'm gonna like lay low. I'm gonna like have like a very like down the middle stance on this.
Yeah.
And like, because if you don't, like, you just become that dude. Like now he's just the poster boy for, he's like right wing. Which if that's what you want to be, I mean, cool. But
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many other options Kyle Rittenhouse had, but I mean, what was he gonna be?
I don't know.
I guess ride the wave, but
I would have just laid low for like a year and then launch a podcast.
yeah. Well, because Gillis is the best thing he ever could have done for his career,
Yeah,
dude. Just
exactly.
fucking laid low,
Yeah.
let it blow over a little bit, and now he's on
Yeah.
Rogan. He's in the mix now. He's
Yeah.
got
100%.
specials out. He's nationally touring. So yeah, just don't align yourself with fucking crazy
Because
people.
Rittenhouse is gonna look. I mean, he's still mad young. He's gonna look back on this in 10 years. I guarantee it, and be like, "Yeah, I played this whole thing wrong."
Yeah, well,
And
dude,
God forbid he fucks up again, dude. Like
Oh,
George
dude.
Zimmerman.
oh, dude, that guy can't help himself.
That guy's a nutcase.
That guy's like full blown.
Even the right, even the conservatives, like after like that all happened, like he's on all conservatives are like backing him, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and like then they're like, okay, no, never mind, because
He did it again.
he did it, yeah, he didn't shoot
He
someone,
didn't
like,
shoot someone,
he like
but
pulled a gun out.
yeah. He's like still running around. He's strapped.
Yeah.
24/7. He's just like, bro. Dude, I guess that's just the love of the game, dude. These guys can't help themselves.
I think he had like an incident with the police too. So like, I think like something with like he might have been like assault and battery on a cop or something like that. Like, like so then the right's like, fuck this guy. You know what I mean?
He's shooting black people. He's beating up cops. Dude, this guy's like, he's fucking the lone
No
wolf.
holds barred, dude. Gotta respect it.
Yeah.
So that is Wow, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder if he's gonna get
Dude,
the gun.
like what? Kyle Rittenhouse in 10 years, dude. Is he dead?
Dead,
Probably dead.
dead, definitely dead. He'll drown in pussy. He'll start doing coke. He'll be either that or he'll be a Fox News anchor in 10 years.
He takes over for Tucker Carlson. That'd
Could be.
crazy.
He's like him, the anchor for Fox News, and then the Parkland kid for MSNBC.
yeah.
They're just
Oh god,
back and forth. Dude.
it's too much.
Yeah. All right, I'll say that this isn't. I mean, it's not a very detailed story, but I just think it's funny. It's talks with the Taliban begin in Norway. So, a Taliban delegation led by the acting foreign minister Amir Khan Mutaki. That's who runs the Taliban now, I guess. Started 3 days ago in Oslo. So they're having closed doors meetings that are taking place at a hotel in the snow-capped mountains in Norwegian's capital.
Sounds
It's
nice.
just so funny to think of the Taliban just rolling into Norway. Just
Did they actually use the term snow-capped in the article?
yeah, which is funny. The first day we'll see Taliban representatives meeting with women's rights activists and human rights defenders from Afghanistan and from some other Afghan fucking group. So I guess they're going to Norway to meet with Norway human rights people and other human rights organizations
Yeah.
from Afghanistan.
Dude, tables have turned, I guess, dude. Because remember, early 2000s or whatever, there was it's the Taliban.
When they committed 9/11?
Yeah, when they committed, when they did, when they actually did 9/11.
Yeah.
And then it's just we're bombing caves and bunkers and
Yeah.
they're beheading people, and all of a sudden they're just
20 years
we
later,
got them in a
we're-
boardroom.
Yeah.
They're in
So he said-
fucking.
Yeah, they've gone corporate. They went mainstream.
They went mainstream. They're probably skiing in between sessions.
I guarantee it. They got mountains in Afghanistan. They know how to ski.
No, the snow-capped mountains.
Well, yeah, I know. But I'm saying, they have snow-capped mountains in
Oh.
Afghanistan too. The northern region.
I heard
Dude.
it's nice.
It's tough up there. That was the Afghan stronghold, or the Taliban stronghold during the war. What's the Ramadi?
Oh, Ramadi.
I think that's
I know about Ramadi.
Yeah, you heard.
I heard about Ramadi.
Everyone knows Ramadi, dude. Yeah, so it's just hilarious that they're just in a fucking board meeting now with these Taliban dudes, just
Meeting
chopping
with
it
women's
up.
rights activists. They're
Yeah.
see a woman drive. There's
So
car
the
bombs.
article also says Norway has a so one of the Taliban's demands is they want apparently the U.S. has frozen $10 billion of Taliban assets, which
How the fuck do you do that?
I don't know, but we frozen them.
They using Bank of America.
Yeah, there's a TD bank.
Yeah, TD, they're down
we
sovereign,
found out
dude.
their four-digit pin. We just froze their account. So that's one of their demands. They want their assets unfrozen, and I guess so Norway has a history of meeting with countries that are run by terrorist organizations. I can't find it, but they're saying they met with Mogadishu, Somalia,
Yeah.
when that genocide was going on. They basically Venezuela, Cuba, anytime there's a fucking horrific genocide being committed on a people, they just invite the
Yeah, they just
leader
bring them to a
Norway.
fucking conference.
Yeah, and they try to do something about it, and it never works, obviously, because it's Norway.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck is the deal with Norway?
I don't know. This was basically, they're saying the Taliban's trying to legitimize themselves in the European Union and not in the European Union, but in Europe, they're trying to get recognized as a legitimate state. And
Okay.
So this is their foot in the door, basically.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
I guess.
Norway is just everyone's foot in the door. They must be getting paid off. I guarantee it.
Dude, they have to be. You can't go from fucking. Dude, do you see how well produced their beheading videos are?
No, I've heard.
They're fucking
Have you seen any of them?
Oh yeah, dude, they're on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Holy Jesus Christ!
but dude, they just they're in their fucking. They're chopping heads off, and then they're just we want to be in the European Union.
Yeah,
It's I mean, I guess it's working.
it is clearly. It's just crazy. Did you not forget that these people are literally, what's the fucking word? Not committing genocide. I don't know. Whatever. Human rights human rights violations. It's fucking insane. Fuck America should be more mad at Norway right now. We should be pissed at them. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, they're dude, because that's giving them you can't legitimize the Taliban
No.
and have any sort of dude. You see how Ukraine or Russia's about to invade Ukraine?
Yeah.
That's like, first of all, if that happens, it's gonna be wild out there.
It's gonna be crazy, yeah.
But like,
because Biden has been like saying, he's like, no, don't do it, don't do it.
dude, he had to like he said something fucking stupid the other day, and this could lead into your the story of the Biden.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Oh.
But there's a very funny headline. It said South Carolina Black Democrats want Biden to start doing more or start trying harder.
Yeah,
start trying.
Dude,
harder.
he just made some comment about the Ukraine's president was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, Russia's not like it's not a big deal. It's a minor transgression that they fucking stacked their whole army right on your border."
Yeah.
Like, and it's kind of like, eh.
Wait, Ukraine's president has said that?
No, Biden was like,
Oh, Biden.
Biden was like, "Oh, not a big deal." He's like, "It was a minor transgression." He's like, "Bro, their whole fucking army's about to walk in."
Biden's such a pussy. He's such a pussy.
Dude, you see, he's like, Biden's already announced he's running again.
Yeah,
He's gonna be like fucking 90, dude.
Yeah, there's no way. The Democrats have a huge fucking problem this upcoming election. If Trump decides to run again, there's no way Biden's beating him again. There's no way.
Bro, just for the fucking if Trump gets president again, you can't like we have to delete fucking I can't take any more like social media
media's
stuff.
It's over. Oh, and then there'll be like another pandemic. It's just gonna be. I hope he doesn't run.
That was no. It was
I hope we
it was
dissolve
fun.
the presidency, the office of the president, and just fucking. I don't even know. We need something else.
Yeah.
Can't do Kamala.
Dude, he's running again, and Kamala's the running mate. They've already fucking mapped it out.
Oh my god.
That's the
We're fucked.
and that concludes the political portion of the show.
I know, right? We conclude the whole show. I think we're pretty good. What are we on time, Maddie?
Over an hour.
Somewhere at awesome. All right. Holy shit, that was the fucking funniest thing. You bombing. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
so glad Breen sent that.
I'm glad that's on video because that's gonna be a fun thing to like
I wish
look back on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Once we get rich and famous in like 10 years,
Yeah,
you gotta
whenever
put
that
that on,
happens.
yeah, you gotta put that on the YouTube.
That'll be on the Patreon.
Yeah, it'll be on the Patreon. Join the Patreon. All right. Anyways, yeah, come see Naughty Doctors February 3rd, Thursday in Southie. It's a free show, but go on Eventbrite.
show.
and
Yeah,
get tickets.
reserve your tickets.
Yeah. And fucking all the stupid shit with the podcast. Keep listening. And tell a friend.
Rate, subscribe. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Fucking
tell someone.
Word of mouth. All right.
Peace.
Later.
Hail Satan.